Hello. Welcome or welcome back to Moss and Thread, where I'm just talking mostly about my knitting, about, as in the last video I did my pencil struggle. Yeah, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about that in the back of the episode. If you're not interested in that, it's just a little blah blah blah, you know. Yeah. I have some knitting today. I only have one finished object and one hoe. But yeah, I hope you can enjoy this. You lay back, have a nice cup of coffee or something, and I really hope you're doing okay. And if you're not doing okay, you can find something that will ease the feelings you might have. And yeah, if not, that's also totally fine. And yeah, enough of the chit chat. I don't have so much time today, so yeah, let's just get into it. I'm also sorry the lighting today is probably almost definitely not the best, but yeah, it's really cloudy outside. It's not foggy, but kind of. I don't know, it's just a little bit weird. And yeah, but I thought I might record an episode today, since now I'm doing a rehabilitation program after my surgery, and I'm there from Monday to Friday every day and don't have as much time anymore, but it's only for 3 weeks. Anyways, you don't want to know about that, I guess. So let's start with showing you what I've done the last 2 weeks. First, I'm going to show you my finished object, and I had that on my list for quite some time. Yeah, but I'm not really a hat person. I think most of them look kind of weird on me, to be honest. I wear this beret thing, but other than that, I don't know. Me and hats are not really friends. But I saw one beanie from my favorite things knitwear. I really wanted to try it out and see what it looks like. And it's the beanie number 6. I think it's really, really pretty. It doesn't have any slouch or stuff like that. Since I'm really not a fan of slouchy hats. I mean, not hats in general, but especially slouchy hats. So I thought I'll give this a try. I can try to put it on, but I had a little ponytail. Let's see. I think it looks kind of cute. Looks like this. It doesn't go over the ears fully, but yeah, I think it's really cute and it's pretty warm. Now I hope I haven't destroyed my hair more. I used the recommended needle sizes, which was, I think, 4.5 millimeters, if I'm not mistaken, for both the brim and also the top part of the hat. And yeah, some alterations I did was I had 2 balls of the gepard yarn teddy deer in the color beige. No, was it color beige? I think so. I put it in the show notes. I don't have notes on that hat. So I had 2 balls of the teddy deer, and my idea was to make the hat but also to do a little scarf which would match it. That's why I was hesitant, because I think the meterage on that, let me check, it's not that much. Yeah, it's 75 meters of the teddy deer. Oh, I can check the color here. It's the color 108. So in the pattern, the brim is folded 3 times. I only did it 2 times, so I used kind of exactly 1 ball of yarn for this. and I think I knit the 3rd size in the pattern, so it was enough to fold it twice. I also was thinking about like not doing it this wide, but to fold it one more time like this, but then it was too short. I didn't like that, so yeah, only twice. It's not as fluffy as it looks in the pattern, where I'm a bit unsure about, but yeah, I'm gonna try to make the scarf, and I think that might look really cute. For the top part, I used yarn from my stash that was Drops Daisy in the color caramel, and you hold it double, but use the same needle size, and I think it looks kind of neat. I hope you can see it. Yeah, so that's what I did. You also do the little I-cord things. Yeah, I think it's really cute, and it's really warm. So now this is my warm hat. Right now it's not that cold, there's no snow or anything, but if there will come some snow, I have the little hat now, and I kind of like the way it looks on me, thankfully. Yeah. Oh no, I dropped my little remote for the camera. So that is that. And my hoe, I've talked about this in the last episode, or in my last video I did. I made my first kind of self-drafted vanilla socks, and for that I used ferner wolle. It's apparently an Austrian yarn. Looks like this, and I got it at a little yarn festival, not in my city but in a neighbor city, which is not that far away, and it was also my first yarn festival I went to. And yeah, this is the color. I'm actually not sure, it doesn't really say. It's either V42 or it's 001. I'm not sure, I'm sorry guys, but it's that lovely brown. I'm a sucker for brown, beige, anything neutral like that. It's that color. And yeah, I finished the first sock. So my idea was to do an all stockinette sock, toe up. I've never done that before, and yeah, just go with my measurements. I did a 64 stitch sock, and then my idea was to do like a folded ribbing. So the sock looks, I'm sorry I don't have it on the sock blocker because I washed some socks and now they're drying on it, but it kind of looks like this. I think it's really cute, and yeah, I folded this all the way up. Here's still my little end I have to weave in, but yeah, it looks really long if you have it like this, but when I fold it down, it's actually not that long. I think the cuff is about 18 centimeters long. Yeah, I wish I would have casted on more stitches for the leg, so make it a little bit wider, because now when I wear it, it's kind of really stretched out like this, and I'm not the biggest fan of that look, but yeah, anyways, it is like that now, and nothing I can do about it. Just know it now for when I do my next self-drafted socks. Also another design element, as I would call it, is that when I did the 2x2, I did the 2x2 rib and my stitch count was off. So I have my little design element, which is this pearl here, which is wider as the rest. I don't mind it so much, to be honest. I do it like the same on the other sock, so people might think it's on purpose, I guess. Yeah, they fit pretty well. The only thing I don't like is that this part stretches out so much, but yeah, it is what it is. I could also potentially fold it down even more, then it's not that high on my cuff and it might not stretch that much. So do it more like this potentially. I don't know yet. I think it's still kind of a cute sock. This is my heel. Yeah, and let's see when I cast on the second one for that, because I also have some other socks I want to knit. I'm going to show you the yarn in the later acquisitions part. Yeah, so I might just have one of these right now and cast the other one on later, because I'm impatient to use the new yarn. But more about that later. I'm also gonna try to do a ravelry. I hate this word, I have to admit it, I can't pronounce it. Page on how I did my socks. And yeah, for the cast off, I just did a stretchy cast off where you so you have 2 knit stitches, you basically knit both, then you knit them together through the back loop, and then you purl the next purl stitch, then you purl them together, purl the next purl stitch, purl them together, then a knit stitch. I think you see the pattern there, and it kind of creates a nice finished edge, in my opinion. It's pretty simple, and yeah, that's all I can tell you about my socks. They're not living in a bag right now, since I don't have any and I only knit them at home right now, so they don't really need one. Okay, yeah, I have cast on one more little thing. I've shown this yarn, I think, in the last episode also, because the package just arrived, and I had ordered some Cardiff cashmere, the classic version, and I wanted to use it to knit a little scarf for my best friend, because she helped me out a lot when I had the surgery and stuff, and just a little thank you. And also, besides that, she would deserve the little scarf anyways. So this is how much I still have left. It's the colorway Fumo. I can tell you the number also of the colorway. It's 519. And I've cast it on a little Sophie scarf. So you can see it here, it's on hold right now. I'm already at the part where I do the decreases. Right now it looks a little bit wonky, but I hope that will be fine after I blocked it and washed it and blocked it, in that order. Yeah, and it's a Sophie scarf by Petite Knit. What I think is really annoying about this pattern, or at least annoying for me, I've never done the small version, because I already think the big version is too short. But I'm also a little bit short on money right now, so I didn't order 2 balls, and my friend is pretty petite, so she has a really slim neck. So I think that the large version of the pattern should be good for her. She also kind of wants to use it as a headband, so I think it's totally fine if it's a little bit shorter. But what I think is annoying, if you do like the large version, I think when you use the Cardiff Classic Cashmere, you need 28 gram and the ball is 25. So you always need to buy 2 balls and then just knit a little bit from it, or you use up both balls and then the scarf has, like for me at least, a reasonable length. But yeah, if you want to knit it like the pattern tells you to, you just need 3 grams extra. I think that's a little bit annoying. For the shorter version, 1 ball is enough, but yeah. So what I did, only having 1 ball of yarn, but I also didn't want to waste any of the wool. So I put that, I wait, how do you call it actually? I don't know, oh my god. So I determined the weight with the thing you use to determine weight, like the little small thing. I don't know how to call it. And my ball wasn't actually 25 grams, it was I think 24.20 or something. So I knit the increases until I used up half of the ball, and then I started my decreases. So hopefully it will add up and I use up all of this yarn I still have left. Yeah, we will see. I will probably let you know the next time I do a video, because it knits up pretty quickly. I always bring it to the rehabilitation center with me and knit it when I have like waiting time in between sessions. Yeah, so that is that. What also is a little bit, or can be a little bit annoying about the yarn, I think it's plied or it's woolen spun, I'm not sure. It's pretty splitty in my opinion. I forgot that it is like that and I had to get used to it again. And I have one part at the scarf where I split a stitch. Ah yeah, you can see it here maybe. Unfortunately it's in the I-cord border and I didn't want to go back because I already knit like 10 more rounds or something. So maybe I'll fix it with some darning needles and a piece of yarn later, or I just leave it like that because nobody will notice probably. Yeah, and it's so soft. I really love the yarn. I talked about it in the last episode. Ugh, it's just amazing and it's so warm. I really like it. I wish to make like a tea out of that yarn, but also it's pretty expensive, so not at the moment. It's in my little mood bag. It's like this small tiny bag. I really love it. It smells great. It's made out of leather and yeah, has a crossbody strap, but you can also just hold it on the little top handle. I think it's adorable and it's my first leather bag I bought as a project bag and I love it. Yes. Okay, then I have for you, and I kind of hyper focused on that one. I talked about it also in the last episode. I think at that time I only had the back done and I was about to start the 2 front panels of the cardigan. And I'm talking about the artisane cardigan, artisane. I'm not sure, I'm gonna put it in the show notes. And it's a design by Sandness design. You can't get the pattern as like a single pattern on Ravelry or something. You have to actually buy the magazine. And also Sandness garn doesn't, or at least what I've seen on the website I went to, doesn't sell just the magazine. You also have to buy some yarn from them, which for me it wasn't a problem. I wanted to use the recommended yarn. I never knit with their yarn before, so yeah. But if you find, like in the area you live, and it's different, or maybe you can find it at a local yarn or craft store, yeah, if you don't, because Sandness garn is not the cheapest, and you want to substitute it, yeah, just keep that in mind, FYI. And yeah, Okay, I am so excited. It was my first time doing cables, and it wasn't as hard as I thought. Surprise, surprise. And how to show this whole thing. I finished the 2 front panels, and I also finished 1 sleeve of the cardigan. Let me just try. And I started the 2nd sleeve. Probably right now it's not blocked. So the side with the cables is still pretty squished together. And it looks way smaller than the other side, but according to the pattern, after you wash it and block it, it should be the same size. So fingers crossed it works out, and yeah, I'll have a nice cardigan. It was so much fun to knit this. Like the 2 front panels, they flew off my needles. It was so quick. Okay, but let me finally show you what the cardigan looks like. I'm not sure if you can see shit. I can't. This is the cardigan. This is actually the side with the cables. I'm gonna stretch it out a little bit. So I hope you can see that. It's so pretty. And the other side is just worked with purl and knit stitches to create like this type of pattern. And yeah, here is the sleeve, just a moss stitch and then a little ribbing. I think it looks gorgeous. I can't even. I really, really love it. And the wool also, it's not super washed. It's so pretty. I can't wait to finish this. What I really don't want to do is like do the button band. I think it's gonna take a really long time. But yeah, I think the sleeve is going by really quickly. Yeah. What else to tell you about this? Okay, so maybe about the cables. They're pretty big cables, as you hopefully can see. And it was a struggle a bit, to be honest. As I told you, I never done cables before, but the idea is that you twist the stitches. So you take a certain amount of numbers on your cable needle or anything you like to use. You leave them there, then you knit a certain number of other stitches, has to be, or in this case, the same number of stitches. And then you knit the stitches on your cable needle. It was a struggle. It was so tight. Maybe I've done something wrong. I don't know, but knitting like the last 3 stitches from my cable needle, I thought I'm gonna break the yarn. And fortunately I didn't, but it definitely wasn't easy. Yeah. What else? Yeah, I have pretty short arms. They're not really long. I'm not tall either. So if I would have done the sleeves like they recommended in the pattern, it would have been definitely too long for me. So I decreased the, so you see it's a fitted sleeve, so it gets smaller here. You knit a certain amount of centimeters here, and then you start your decreases. And I just reduced the amount of rows between the decreases. I did less than in the pattern like they recommended, and I think that was a good choice because now the sleeve is kind of fitting perfectly in my opinion. Yeah, and I did an Italian bind off for this and also for the ribbing on the body part. I'm so happy with this. It was way more fun like to do it the front panels than the sleeves and probably the button band, but I guess it is what it is, and yeah, nothing I can do, but I'm really excited. Maybe I can already show it to you next time we hear from each other, but let's see. I don't want to stress it out. Also, I want to have it finished by end of March, latest. Yeah, so I can wear it to the little wool festival happening in my city at end of March. But that's plenty of time to finish this, I think. And I'm using these two yarns of sandness garn. I think they create a beautiful color, because for me the blue would be too blue, not toned down enough, but with the gray I think I'm really satisfied with the color it is together. Okay, you're gonna see a cut here. I usually don't edit my videos, but my doorbell rang and I'm expecting a parcel, and I thought it was for me. Turns out it was for my neighbors. I don't think mine is going to get delivered today, but yeah. I also forgot what I was talking about. I think about the colors, I'm not sure at the moment. Maybe I put it down in my notes actually. We will see. I'm definitely gonna put it in the show notes, so you can check that if you're interested. Oh, look at me being a good knitter. The colorway for the double Sunday is 6051, and for the tynn silk mohair it's 1053. Yeah, and I knit the size 2, which will hopefully be a little bit oversized, but not too much. I didn't want the cardigan to be like huge on me. So yeah, that is that. And I think that's all of the knitting I have done, to be honest, in the last 2 weeks. Yeah. So now we can talk about some yarny acquisitions I made. And also I forgot to talk about what I wear. Sorry. I crocheted this in the summer when I started it when I was visiting someone in the Netherlands. And the pattern is called Relaxagon Shirt. It's by Caroline Zuschlag, and I think it was a very popular pattern. Maybe not this year, but a few years ago. I actually don't know. I made it out of cotton yarn from, I really don't know anymore, but it's like this greeny color and a beige. I think it turned out pretty well, since I finished it when it was already cold. I haven't worn it that much. Yeah, but I think it looks cute, and hopefully I can wear it next summer. Okay, so since my parcel is not arriving, I only have one thing to actually show you. And I ordered for the first time from an indie dyer. It took a while until the package arrived, but that's fine with me, to be honest. It was also around New Year, so people do stuff. And it was packaged so beautifully. It looks so cute with the little stitch marker and the little thank you sticker. Let's actually put them out. Oh, it's a little progress keeper, I think. It looks like this. Very cute. Yeah, So that came, you're gonna hear some crinkles, but I'm not gonna apologize for it, and I kind of like it in the videos. So it also came with a little card which looks really cute and a little message on the back. Yeah, really cute. So I ordered sock yarn for me and for my girlfriend, since I knitted her one pair of socks and now she wants more. Yeah, I'm gonna show you first her yarn. It's from Wolle by Jasmin Lutz. The yarn is 75% wool, superwashed, and 25% polyamide. It's 400 meters and it's 100 gram. So this is the yarn. I think it looks really pretty. Maybe I can take that off to show it to you better. It has like lilacs, but also some pinks, beige. I think there's also here this little orangey, I don't know, but I think it looks so pretty. It's not the colors I would have chosen, to be honest, but my girlfriend chose the colorway herself, so of course I'm gonna order the one she wants. Yeah, and I'm gonna do just some vanilla socks out of it. I already measured her feet, and yeah, I'm really excited how this knits up. They didn't have a picture in the shop where it shows how it looks knit up. That was a little bit disappointing, but yeah. So, and the colorway is called Pink Princess, and it's colorway 5124. So what I got for myself, I want to knit also socks. It's the same like base. It's also 75% wool and 25% polyamide. The colorway is called Marmor, like marble in English, but in German. Also 400 meters per 100 gram. And I love it. I love it so much. Wait, I'm gonna remove the tag. And my plan is to knit the Torsminde socks out of it. I can't remember if it's a free pattern. I think so. It's some cabled socks, and I'm gonna put like a picture in here from Ravelry. And also gonna put the link to the pattern down below. I hope I remember it correctly. It's a free pattern. You can check it out if you're interested. But this is the colorway. Like, what? It looks so pretty. So it's like this beigey color with these dark blue, lighter blue, denim grayish speckles, I would say. I'm so excited to knit these. I'm not the biggest fan for myself of variegated yarn. I mean, I've never knit with it, but I've seen a ton of videos where people knit with it, and I'm not the biggest fan. I like more solid colors, but this one, for some reason in my brain, it looks really good. Knit up, we will see. Yeah, and I thought I should just try it and see. Maybe I'll like it more than I think I would. Yes, that's the two acquisitions I made, since my parcel is probably not gonna arrive today. Yeah, and lastly, I've told you guys about my pencil struggle the last time. I'm sorry. And no one is gonna get. I'm sorry. So I have two favorite pens. One is living in my Notions bag. I use it for taking down notes for knitting. And then I had one pencil which was actually specifically for my calendar. Well, so the one for my calendar was missing. I looked for it all over my flat. I couldn't find it at all. I don't know where it went or what happened. Yeah. So I went, since I can walk again without crutches, I went to a shop where they sold it, like the exact same pen I had before. And the one I had before was in this baby blue and like burgundy red, I would say. And I wanted the exact same one. They didn't have the colorway anymore, so I couldn't get it. They had two colorways left. I think one was yellow and maybe a navy or something. And then they had a green one with white. I decided, since I'm not the biggest fan of yellow and I like green, I decided for the green one. And I got it. It looks like this. It's from a Japanese brand. I believe it's pretty tiny, but it fits my calendar like really, really well. So if I clip it on, I think it's the perfect size to just have it like this the whole time. Yeah. Then I couldn't help myself. There's another shop down the street. They also have books, they have bags, candles, mugs, stuff like that. It's really pretty. And I found another pen. So this is a ballpoint pen. And the one I found there is more like a gel liner, I believe. And the color was so pretty. Also, the back of it is like silver. I love that because I'm a bigger fan of silver than gold. And I couldn't help myself. I also got this one. It's a little bit bigger. I think it still works for my calendar, to be honest, and it looks way prettier in my opinion than the other one. And it said that it's from Otho. It's also a Japanese brand, I believe. That the ink is drying pretty quickly. And since I'm left-handed, I always have the problem when I write, then my hand goes over what I've written and it like smushes. Let me just say, in my opinion, this doesn't dry quickly. I wrote multiple times in my calendar, and when I closed it too quickly, I could see some dots on the other side. Yeah, well, I guess that's okay. I think it's also because the paper is really like slick. I don't know how else to describe it. Yeah, so it doesn't absorb the ink that much. Maybe that's how I can describe it best. Yeah. So, surprise, surprise. After I got home, and maybe like 10 minutes later, I was looking up for something, some things I needed for my rehabilitation. And I had this paper folder from when I was in the hospital. I opened that because there were the things I needed to take. And look what I found. My pen. I can't believe this. Why? I have no idea why it's inside there. I don't believe I took it to the hospital with me. But yeah, and now I have 3 pens. Now I can, now I have these 3. But yeah, I'm gonna potentially lose one again anyways, so that is that. That's my little pen story. I'm sorry if you're not interested in that, you can totally skip it, but I love like little notebooks and pens that write like kind of well, so maybe you're interested in that too. And yeah, I think that's all I have for you today. It's, I think, pretty short. I don't know now because I stopped the video in between, but yeah, I also did maybe as a little preview for next time, I did a swatch this morning for a little something similar to this, but the swatch is still drying, so I can't show it today. I'm gonna show it next time. Maybe I already cast on this shirt I want to do. It's called the Umbria top, I believe. I don't know right now from which designer it is. Yeah, that's a project I have in mind. The socks, obviously, I want to do them. And yeah, I think that's all for today. I'm gonna now watch some knitting podcasts and do some yarny stuff. Right now I'm really binging either Needles at the Ready, because I just, Kevin and Ray, they are so nice people, I believe. I mean, I don't know them, but in their podcast. And or I'm gonna watch Knitting Traditions. Inga's also seems like a really calm and nice person, and I really like the designs she's knitting, and I think also the color palette she likes is the same I like. Yeah, these are the 2 I watch a lot right now. And yeah, that's all for today. If you've enjoyed it, of course, give it a like or subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of me just rambling about knitting. Yeah, or share. It's so weird to say that, but I really hope you'll have a nice day. Right now it's Saturday here, so if you're also watching this and it's the weekend, I wish you a nice weekend, nice day, or good night. And yeah, I'm gonna see you hopefully soon. Bye bye.